know who didn't have a hard day yesterday? And he said it. It's only one game. Aaron Rodgers got back on the right track. And it wasn't just Aaron Rodgers. It was my man Jones. Jones Bones. He did his thing all alone with 4 tubs in the rushing. He demolished the Lions. And I thought the Lions was going to come out and fight because they fought. They did. But it just got out of hand, and it didn't look back because Jared Goff
was off in the second half, at least.
It was like he had a Duracell battery. You know what I mean? It was like you thought you bought one of those things that you charge, right? And you didn't charge it the night before, but it still had enough charge to get you a couple games in. And then eventually it died on you. That's what Goff did. He died on the Lions. Just died on them. And the Packers, they was able to survive. How y'all feel about Aaron Rodgers winning their second game?
Game 2, man. I mean, I picked the Packers to win the division because I just don't believe in no other team in that division. So it's easy just to roll with the Packers overall. Packers still got a lot of question marks. One of the things I didn't know, and I guess I heard this morning, is they got a new defensive coordinator. So, that also kind of shakes things up. That takes a little time to gel to figure out how you want to do all that. So, I mean, they got a big game this week, which is going to be one of our games. So we'll see who the Packers really are this week. So I'm not going to give them too much praise, but I ain't going to kill them. They did their job. We all picked them to win, and they did exactly what we thought. So we'll revisit them. To me, I'll revisit them next.
Thank you for tempering some of this, because it's like, it ain't a pick on Detroit kind of morning. We knew what they was.
Yes.
They and the fact is, you was almost ready to waffle at about halftime, Bake. You was like, these Packers ain't it.
Yeah.
And I told you, I ended the last show. I said, this has nothing to do with the Lions. If the Lions make this a competitive game, it affirms that the Packers ain't it. And next week, when they have to mess with the Niners and that top tier rushing attack, we're gonna see what they comprised of, homie. We're gonna see. And my bet is that there's discord there and that they have problems on defense. And I think it's an inspirational leader of men kind of thing going on. And we're gonna see. I'm just gonna shut up. We're gonna see. But picking on the Lions ain't it.
I think their real Achilles heel is just the defense. They don't have a defense, and they're struggling on the defensive end. And so they're literally going to have to outscore people. And if they don't outscore people,
it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough, in my opinion. Let's talk about some sleeper teams, some really, really good teams. The Carolina Panthers. Are they for real?
Listen, they're for real for the simple fact that defense is way better than what I expected the defense to be this year. Offensively, they had the weapons. Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey. So offensively, you knew they can do some things, and as long as Darnold didn't go mess things up, he just needed to be solid, do what he needed to do, and he was going to be cool. But what has surprised me the most is that defense. I was not expecting this defense to be as top tier as it is. I was not expecting this defense to show the conviction that they're showing currently. To hold the Saints intact the way they did, very impressive, especially coming off the way the Saints made Green Bay look like a JV team. So, I'm impressed with the Panthers. They wasn't a team who I said was going to be bad. I think I had them at 8 and 9. I think I had them at 8 and 9. 7. I had 8, 9, 7, and 10. Right there, middle of the pack. Kind of right behind Atlanta. But Atlanta's hurt my feelings with how they playing right now. But we'll tap into Atlanta another time. But I'm just saying, I'm willing to say that their defense has been very impressive, very surprising. And if that defense keeps playing like this,
no, I'm on my J-Rock this morning because I feel like all I'm doing is winning. And
there you go.
No, hey. You know what? When you get ridiculed because you say, I think the Panthers is going to be a playoff team, and they look at you like that bottom nasty, crusty stuff in the bottom of your shoe.
Now, wait, Jay, wait. Now,
it is week 2. It is week 2.
No, it's not about. See, my look at you for them being a playoff team was the fact that I got 3 teams coming out of NFC West. So in my head, it's not that they can't make the playoffs. It's just I feel like the NFC West is very strong, and it's going to be at least 3 teams that come out of that division, which makes it hard for them.
Yeah, true story. But and the math and my math, I don't want to over. It's week 2, and I'm only going off of the momentum and the vibes that we got going on right now. So, and my math said, you know what, Darnold, he was a victim of his environment, a product of his environment with the nasty Jet situation. He's on a rookie contract. The Panthers have cleared salary cap space, and they got all these weapons around him between DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Christian McCaffrey, most explosive back in the league. And I'm like, if he's just a game manager, a step up from that guy in New England, and the defense, they got all extra cheese to spend on the defense. Like, how do they not succeed? You know what I'm saying? So, they're looking good, man. And I remember Bake like, Darnold. Darnold. Yeah. So again, what I expected. So,
boy, Jay, listen, followers, subscribers, people that listen to us, that boy Jay is the most subtle jab guy. Besides me, I feel like I throw a real subtle jab, but Jay is a subtle jab thrower. He'll throw a jab. You be like, damn, where'd that jab come from? You feel me? It gets right through the glove too. It's right through the glove.
It ain't going nowhere. It's one of those jabs where you like, did he really just think that hurt? That was a soft butter biscuit jab. That's exactly what that was. The Panthers are looking good on the defensive end, and offensively, they're clicking. But honestly, they ain't played nobody really. The Saints are who I thought they was. Jameis Winston is who I thought he was. Okay. If you look at the first game, Jameis Winston, he didn't play really well as a quarterback.
He was efficient. He just didn't. The numbers say he was efficient, though.
But he didn't throw the ball that much. They ran the ball a lot of times, and they turned the ball over, and they was in good field position. When he had to actually play, he struggled. Okay.
Hold on. Here's the reason why we wasting hot air talking about it, because the Patriots play the Bucks week 4.
I love it.
And the Bucks have a suspect secondary. And that's the game of all games with Tom Brady coming back. So save it. We'll have more sample size. Yes, we will.
Mac Attack is about to go crazy.
Can we give my man some love? My dude. Ooh. My what do you call it? Surprise, but it's not really a surprise. Kyler, that dude.
Nobody said Kyler wasn't that
bro.
We just said they're not winning 12 games. That's it.
Okay.
That's all we said.
What are you talking about?
We on pace to win 17.
Oh wow. We in
the NFC on the NFC side of it.
Jay is French now. He didn't hot take international.
Hey, we got an NFC.
He's a Cardinal and a Raider fan.
We got an NFC designation over here. With the NFC designation, we riding with the Cardinals. We've been riding with the Cardinals.
We just said they're not winning 12 games. We never doubted Kyler Murray.
That's crazy.
They named him last year Kyler Murray in a hurry. So
yeah. I love Kyler.
Yeah, it was much respect for Kyler.
I've always said Kyler.
Going back to the clip. The Cardinals, the division.
12
games. That's a hot take.
I still don't think they win in the division, though, man.
I don't think they win in 12 games.
I don't think they win in the division. They haven't played against nobody in their division yet. They haven't played the Rams, the Seahawks, or the Niners.
Right
bro.
up.
Come on, dog.
You can serve you this hot L.
Thought that was
Kyler Murray has
the Minnesota Vikings. They're trash. Get them out of here.
Yeah, Kyler Murray has torched 2 bad defenses. He has done exactly what he's supposed to do against 2 bad defenses.
They're dogs. And they should have lost yesterday if the kicker made the field goal. Kyler Murray, get off my damn screen, man. Anyway, any other things y'all want to talk about? Because I didn't say everything I needed to say. We got Pick Thursday for picks.
It's the Cowboys-Charger game, it being a 2017 game to me was not expected because both teams' defense kind of showed up. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, you're definitely not expecting the Cowboys' defense to do what they did against the Chargers. Like that was very shocking. I picked the Cowboys to win overall, but
which they shouldn't have won. I feel like the LA Chargers gave that game away so many times.
That's what the Chargers do. What do they have been? They have been historically bad over the past umpteen years in finishing games. They one of those teams that have been losing games in late.
It was embarrassing. They had that game over. It was embarrassing.
Who the Chargers are.
It was embarrassing. That's why I didn't talk too much about it because, the Cowboys won, but the Cowboys almost gave the game away. They had horrible clock management at the last second. They was like, well, let's just go kick a field goal. Like, imagine if that dude missed a 56-yarder. That would have been embarrassing to have all those timeouts and not even utilize them. That was stupid.
I got a red flag. So the Chargers are separate, but the Cowboys, man, what I see these gaudy, crazy Dak numbers, these passing numbers, and it's always when it's a shootout or when the Cowboys are getting whooped and they're empty calories coming back. What I want to see is Dak and that offense come out and put somebody down for a 42-17 victory type of thing where they ain't like, just separate yourself, man. All these players are getting the highest paid in the league at their respective positions, man. I'm glad you could thug one out in a rock fight, but come on, no. I want to see.
How come
more.
we didn't do the Cowboys Eagles this week? Because that's a rivalry game.
We are doing the Cowboys Monday night.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay. I didn't see him on a thing. Did I see him on the list?
Yeah, man, they on the list.
I didn't see him on the list.
They on the list, man. I sent the text out, man. They on the list, champ.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we gotta get our chart up too, man, because we need to see. I'm starting bad with the scores, but I'm doing great with my picks. I just got to get last week I was under.
We have the same.
Last
you
week
into moral victories?
Yeah,
no, I'm just saying. Last week I was over, right? I mean, the first week I said under. Everybody went over. Next week I said over. I said under. I mean over. Everybody went under. So now I'm gonna figure it out this week.
Okay.
This is the week.
I mean, this week. I mean, like I said, I don't think we was expecting the Eagles defense and the Niners defense to keep that game the way it was, and the Cowboys and Chargers wouldn't expect that to go the way it did either. You feel me? Like the Ravens and Chiefs lived
it went how it went. It just some bull crap, but it is what it is.
So, I mean,
Hot Take gonna make himself look like he was really.
I got you guys figured out. I told y'all.
What?
I told y'all. I got y'all figured out.
You ain't got nothing to figure out. You got luck and God on your side this weekend. God said, you know what? He's mad because he got into a car accident. Let me bless him a little bit with a couple wins. Let me bless him with a couple wins. Let me sprinkle some wins on this category.
Before we get up out of here, man, I got to address some stuff. And again, I feel like Jay knows where I'm going with this. I don't need – this is what I don't need from the media. I don't need nobody on the Raiders bandwagon. I don't need nobody acting all impressed. I don't need everybody. Oh, I heard this morning Keyshawn Johnson want to put DC as a top 5 quarterback right now. I personally don't want to hear none of it because, again, we in a show me state, and the Raiders still got to continue to show. So I don't want the love that the people are trying to give the Raiders right now, because if you look at the roster is what it is, and DC's been that dude, and the problem's been the defense. What I have a problem with, and I saw last night on Monday Night Countdown, I have an issue with media, because we won't do it here. Putting words and putting stuff in people's mouths that is not true. Because I'm tired of everybody trying to discount Gruden and what he said about Carr since he's been there. Gruden has been campaigning for Carr since he's been there. Rumors are always going to circulate, but Gruden has been campaigning for Carr, because if he wasn't campaigning for Carr, or if he didn't like Carr, he's had ample amount of opportunities to go get a quarterback, to draft one, to really put fire behind Carr. Yeah, they signed Mariota. That was just, a little, hey, we can do this. But for the most part, Gruden has been a Carr guy. So for a guy like Booger McFarland to come on the airwaves and say, oh, yeah, Gruden, you're lying about you been clamoring for Carr, How's he lying when you ain't spoke to that man one-on-one and have that man tell you that? That's not lying. That's you just trying to create a false narrative. Then you got Steve Young, the Hall of Fame quarterback, talking about, well, if the Raiders love him so much, why haven't they paid him? Didn't they pay him instead of Khalil Mack? Who did they get rid of, Mack or Carr? So why give Carr some money, right, when you need to shore up some other stuff? My man Jay just said it. When you trying to build a team, why go mess with other contracts when you got stuff you need to go address? So the Raiders have addressed their defense. They put money into that defense. They put money into that coordinator. Now Carr can go get some extra money and move up. I don't feel like Carr needs to be in the $40 million range. But what? 25 to 30, where he at? Because I don't think DC is that kind of guy that want that. DC wants Devontae Adams. Do you think DC going to take some extra money if the extra money don't get him Devontae?
Yeah.
No. I see DC being like, how much Devontae need? Oh, okay. How much we can work out? Oh, okay. Let's make sure we do that. So like I said, man, people want to jump on this Carr bandwagon. People want to come for the Raiders or want to start, taking liking to what the Raiders is doing.
Yeah.
Hold off.
Yeah.
Pause on all that. Let us finish the season. Let us go through what we need to go through, and then we can have this conversation. But
So yeah. Now let me echo some of that. It reminds me of that scene from Friday. It's like, man, you ain't put in on this. You didn't put in on this. Get out of here.
Man.
We don't need no new friends around here.
No.
But we start winning a couple games and we start positioning ourselves for the playoffs. Man, get up out of here. And Booger McFarland is gonna do what booger eaters do. They just, what can I say to get some clicks, to get some attention? How can I be a gossiper and an ambulance chaser? That's not even worth your time, bro. That's not even worth your time.
That's what, listen, I see, when you're good at your job, you don't get replaced. So
yeah.
I'm gonna leave it
at the end of the day, it's 2 weeks. Okay.
It is 2 weeks.
That's what we're saying.
It's 2 weeks.
That's what we're saying. Like,
anything can happen over these next 15 weeks. Right now, you guys playing some good football, played 2 good, tough teams. Good for you guys. At the end of the day, you still got 15 more weeks to go.
Yeah.
So for people to get all hype and say Super Bowl contenders,
we don't
want to get caught up in that.
You don't.
We
don't want to get caught up in that. Like, to me, I'm gonna know more about the Raiders this weekend than I have in the last 2, because we're supposed to beat Miami and we're supposed to beat them convincingly. If we don't go out and do what we're supposed to do, then it's like we're still not the team who I'm expecting us to be. You feel me? Next week lets me know everything I need to know about the Raiders, because the following week we get the Chargers and, the ball gets to start rolling a little bit. But if we come out next week and lay an egg, I'm going to be just as critical as I am with them as I hype them. We can't lose next week, and next week can't be competitive. But me being a Raider fan and knowing how this works, watch how next week up. I just know.
But anyway, man, we got Pick Thursday. Basketball just around the corner. We will be talking about hoops again. If for those who've been wanting some hoops, we will be getting into hoops very, very soon. Without further ado, we're about to get up out of here. Always remember to stay safe, stay blessed, and to talk that talk. We see y'all Thursday for Pick Thursday. This is my week.
That's nice. You're going to lose again.